Imagine meeting someone for the first time, but feeling as if you shared entire lifetimes together. A connection so deep, it seems impossible to explain. Coincidence? Dolores Cannon claimed it's not. This intense and unique experience might be one of the most powerful bonds in the universe, your twin flame. But let me tell you something you might not expect. Meeting your twin flame isn't always the fairy tale many imagine. It can be a unique spiritual challenge, full of moments of intensity, transformation, and growth. And it's precisely that journey, full of twists and lessons, that makes it so special and transcendent. Stay with me, because today you'll discover the 7 indicators Dolores Cannon identified as unmistakable signs of a unique spiritual connection. You'll not only learn to recognize these signs, but by the end, I'll reveal how this relationship can completely change your life's purpose. What you're about to hear could transform how you perceive love and spiritual connections. If this topic inspires you and you believe more people should hear about it, subscribe, give it a like, and share your experience in the comments. Your support transforms lives and helps this message reach those who need it most. Let's continue, because what comes next could be the key to understanding one of the soul's deepest mysteries. There are moments in life that can't be explained with words. Imagine walking down an ordinary street on an ordinary day and suddenly locking eyes with a complete stranger. But something in that gaze stops you, as if time had frozen. It's not just a feeling of familiarity, it's deeper, older. Dolores Cannon described this moment as the immediate recognition between two souls who have shared a bond far beyond the physical and beyond this lifetime. It's a soul memory that transcends time and space. This recognition needs no words, no formal introductions, no logical explanations. It's a moment you feel with every fiber of your being. You may experience a surge of emotions, from inexplicable joy to an overwhelming sense of peace. Some people even report a kind of déjà vu, as if they've lived this before. And perhaps they have. According to Dolores Cannon, these encounters are traces of past lives, a dormant soul memory awakened by meeting your twin flame. A case Cannon shared in her studies perfectly illustrates this phenomenon. A woman in a hypnosis regression session recalled how she met a man in a cafe. Although it was the first time she saw him, something inside her said she already knew him deeply. She remembered how a simple exchange of words triggered visions of them sharing past lives, as companions in ancient Greece, inseparable friends in the Middle Ages, and more recently, as spouses in the 19th century. All of this surfaced within minutes of their first encounter in this lifetime. This is not an isolated event. According to Cannon, many people have similar stories, though they don't always understand them immediately. The immediate recognition is one of the most powerful indicators of a twin flame connection, because it can't be fabricated or forced. It's a bond that transcends any conventional idea of love or attraction. It's as if the soul knows something the mind has yet to understand. Some people even feel an energetic shift in their bodies, an unexplainable warmth, a tingling, or a weight that suddenly lifts, as if something inside them has aligned. But here's the interesting part. This recognition doesn't mean everything will be easy or perfect from that moment on. It's just the beginning of a much deeper journey. A reminder from the universe that you're about to embark on a path that will challenge everything you thought you knew about yourself and about love. And although this first step may feel magical, it's only the beginning of a unique spiritual transformation. As we move forward, you'll explore how this immediate and powerful connection evolves into an intense spiritual attraction, pushing your boundaries and leading you to discover your soul's true purpose. After the immediate recognition comes a connection so powerful it can't be ignored. It's not conventional physical attraction or simple emotional chemistry. It's something much deeper, a spiritual attraction that radiates from the core of your being. Dolores Cannon described this stage as an energetic pull, an invisible but undeniable force that draws you toward that person, as if the entire universe is conspiring to make resistance impossible. The spiritual attraction between twin flames is unlike anything you've ever experienced. It's as if an invisible thread connects both souls, and the more you try to ignore it, the stronger it becomes. This connection isn't based on physical appearance, the right words, or the perfect circumstances. It's an energetic magnetism that defies logic. Even if twin flames find themselves in complicated situations, like being at different stages of life or living miles apart, this bond can cross any barrier. A fascinating case Dolores Cannon shared illustrates this phenomenon. A woman, during a regression hypnosis session, described how she met a man at a casual event. At first, she didn't think much of the encounter, but in the following days, she couldn't stop thinking about him. Not because there was anything especially romantic or remarkable in their interaction, but because she felt an inexplicable need to be near him, like something in his energy was constantly calling her. Cannon helped this woman explore past lives where she discovered that she and this man had been companions many times, siblings, spiritual teachers for one another. Their current attraction was nothing more than the continuation of an energetic bond they had shared over time. This intense spiritual attraction also manifests in physical ways, though not in the traditional sense. Some people describe experiencing unusual warmth in their body when near their twin flame, or even when thinking about them. Others speak of a tingling in their hands or chest, as if their energy activates in that person's presence. And beyond the physical lies that unmistakable sense of home. A twin flame doesn't just attract you, they remind you of who you are at the deepest level, as if they return parts of you that you had forgotten. But this spiritual attraction isn't always easy to manage. It can be overwhelming, especially if both flames are not ready to face the meaning of their connection. The energy between them is so intense that it can awaken both the best and worst in each. This is where the true spiritual challenge begins, learning to navigate this connection without losing yourself in it. Understanding that this attraction isn't to satisfy superficial needs, but to drive your inner growth. Now that we've explored how this energetic pull can transform your life, it's time to delve into the next stage of the journey, how twin flames reflect not only your light, but also your shadows, challenging you to grow like never before. Meeting your twin flame isn't just a journey filled with magical moments of connection and spiritual attraction. It's also a mirror that reveals with overwhelming clarity both your light and your shadows. Dolores Cannon described this stage as one of the most transformative and also most challenging in the twin flame relationship. At this point, the connection is no longer limited to elevated emotions. It becomes an opportunity for the deepest spiritual growth. When you're face to face with your twin flame, you can't hide. That person reflects the best of you, your capacity to love, your compassion, your strength, but also brings to the surface your fears, insecurities, and unhealed wounds from this life and even past ones. It's as if this connection acts like a magnifying glass, amplifying both your virtues and your flaws so you can confront them once and for all. A case shared by Dolores illustrates this dynamic. During a session, a man spoke of how meeting his twin flame had been the most beautiful and simultaneously the most painful moment of his life. She showed him all the qualities he loved about himself, his generosity, his passion, and his desire to help others. But she also made him face aspects he had avoided for years: his fear of commitment, repressed anger, and tendency to control. Every argument, every disagreement between them acted as a lesson that forced him to look inward and work on his spiritual evolution. Overcoming these shadows isn't easy. It can lead to moments of conflict, separation, and even doubt about whether this connection is truly what you need. But this is where the true purpose of twin flames lies. They are not meant to make you superficially happy. They are here to help you become the most authentic and elevated version of yourself. By working through your shadows, you discover a level of self-love and spiritual understanding that would be impossible to reach otherwise. However, this stage isn't just about healing your shadows. It's also a celebration of your light. When you allow yourself to face your fears and transform them, the connection with your twin flame strengthens in unimaginable ways. It's as if every step in your personal evolution creates a stronger bridge between you, elevating not just your relationship, but also your shared spiritual purpose. Help us share this message with more people. Subscribe, give it a like, and tell us what spiritual signs you've experienced. Your story might inspire someone else on their path of discovery and transformation. Now, let's keep moving forward, because this journey doesn't end here. When twin flames are destined to meet or move forward together on their spiritual journey, the universe begins to speak to them in unique and unmistakable ways, through synchronicities and signs. The universe acts as a silent guide, making sure both understand their connection is no accident. Dolores described these signs as a way for the universal energy to confirm you're on the right path and that this relationship has a greater purpose. She constantly saw the number 7, a number that, for her, represented transformation. Also, every time she doubted her relationship, white butterflies would appear around her, a symbol of rebirth and hope. These signs helped her understand that despite the difficulties, her relationship with her twin flame was part of a divine plan. The signs from the universe not only serve as guidance, but also as reminders that this connection is not purely earthly. They are evidence that the universal energy is working to help both souls fulfill their purpose. However, these signs also require openness and sensitivity to be interpreted. If you ignore these messages or dismiss them as mere coincidences, you could miss the opportunity to understand their true meaning. Synchronicities and signs act as beacons in the twin flame journey, illuminating the path even in the darkest moments. They are the way the universe ensures that, despite the challenges, you are exactly where you need to be. The twin flame journey is not linear or simple. After the stages of recognition and spiritual connection, many couples face an inevitable turning point: separation. This stage can be devastating and confusing, But according to Dolores Cannon, it is an essential part of the journey. It is during this separation that the souls face their greatest challenges, and in doing so, they experience a profound spiritual transformation that prepares the ground for a more conscious and powerful union. Separation does not always occur due to a lack of love. In fact, it is precisely love that makes it necessary. When twin flames meet, their combined energy is so intense that it can reveal deep wounds, fears, and blockages that need to be healed individually. The connection becomes a catalyst for personal growth, but that growth often requires time and space. It's as if the universe says, before fully uniting, you must first complete your own inner journey. A fascinating case from Dolores Cannon's research illustrates how separation can lead to incredible transformation. A woman had met her twin flame at a spiritual retreat. The connection was immediate, but shortly after, conflicts began to arise. Both were facing similar fears. She feared abandonment, while he feared losing his independence. After months of tension, they decided to separate, a decision she described as the deepest pain she had ever felt. However, during this separation, something powerful began to happen. They both dedicated time to their personal growth. She worked on healing childhood traumas that made her emotionally dependent on others, while he explored his own patterns of self-sabotage. Years later, they met again, but this time as transformed individuals. What was once a chaotic relationship became a harmonious union where both could support each other in their spiritual purpose. Separation is not only a process of individual healing, it is also an opportunity for each soul to discover its unique purpose. Dolores Cannon explained that twin flames are not designed solely to be together in a romantic sense, but to contribute to the collective well-being. It is during this stage that each person can align with their mission, preparing to work together on a higher level. The stage of separation may feel like an ending, but in reality, it is a new beginning. It is a test of faith, patience, and above all, self-love. Those who manage to overcome this period not only strengthen their connection with their twin flame, but also reach a higher level of consciousness. And this is where the journey takes a significant turn. As twin flames prepare to reunite, their connection elevates toward a greater purpose. When two twin flames unite in harmony, their connection transcends conventional notions of romantic love. While this relationship may include elements of romance, its purpose goes far beyond that. According to Dolores Cannon, the true purpose of twin flames is not just to find happiness as a couple, but to fulfill a collective mission that positively impacts the world. These connections are catalysts for change, not only for the souls involved, but also for the spiritual evolution of humanity. The higher purpose of twin flames is deeply rooted in spiritual growth and service to others. When both souls reach a state of internal balance and unite, their combined energy becomes a powerful force capable of inspiring, healing, and transforming those around them. This can manifest in many ways, from creative projects to community work, spiritual teaching, or simply being a living example of unconditional love and authenticity. An example that Dolores Cannon shared in her research was of a couple who, after overcoming a period of separation and healing, realized that their mission went beyond their personal relationship. Both were energy therapists, but before meeting, they worked individually with limited impact. When they finally came together, they began to combine their skills, creating a holistic approach that transformed the lives of hundreds of people. Their connection allowed them to amplify their individual purpose and take it to an entirely new level, one they could not have reached alone. Another revealing case involved a woman who, after reuniting with her twin flame, discovered that her true purpose was to educate others about the importance of spiritual awareness and energetic connection. Together, they founded a community that promoted spiritual awakening through workshops, meditations, and healing spaces. Their relationship not only enriched them, but also positively impacted all the people who crossed their path. The collective impact of twin flames does not always involve large public projects. Sometimes their mission manifests in more subtle ways, such as being a source of love and light for their family, friends, or immediate community. What matters is that their union reflects a higher model of love, one that transcends selfish desires and focuses on the greater good. Dolores Cannon believed that twin flames play a crucial role in times of global spiritual transition. As more souls awaken to this connection, the collective energy of the planet also rises. That's why every encounter between twin flames is no coincidence, but a fundamental piece of the puzzle of universal awakening. It is crucial to understand that the purpose of twin flames does not end in their union. In fact, their connection is just the beginning of something much greater. And as we explore the final step of this journey, we will see how this relationship culminates in a final transformation that redefines not only their lives, but also the spiritual landscape they are part of. Recognizing and accepting your twin flame is much more than a moment of personal connection. It is the portal to an elevated state of consciousness. According to Dolores Cannon, this encounter not only transforms your perception of love, but also your understanding of yourself, of life, and of the purpose the universe has for you. It is the culmination of a journey that leads you to spiritual awakening and embracing your true essence. The final transformation begins when you fully accept the connection with your twin flame, including the challenges, lessons, and purpose it brings. This act of acceptance does not mean everything will be easy or that conflicts will magically disappear. Instead, it means you have reached a point where you understand that every shared experience, both joy and pain, has a greater purpose in your spiritual evolution. Dolores Cannon described this state as an awakening to universal truth. Recognizing your twin flame is not just a recognition of the other, but also of yourself. Through this relationship, you see yourself completely reflected, your fears, your shadows, but also your highest potential. And by accepting all that you are, you achieve a level of self-understanding and self-love that transcends anything you've known before. An inspiring message that emerges from Dolores Cannon's teachings is that this transformation not only impacts the twin flames, but also resonates in every aspect of their lives. Those who have reached this stage of the journey often experience a deep sense of inner peace, clarity about their life purpose, and a stronger connection with universal energy. It's as if the union with their twin flame aligned them with the purest frequency of love, allowing them to manifest a positive impact on their environment. The final transformation is not the destination, but the beginning of a life lived from a heightened state of consciousness. It is a reminder that the twin flame journey is not just about two people. It is about the awakening of a universal love that has the power to transform the world. You and your twin flame are not just companions on this journey. You are co-creators of a more luminous and conscious reality. Remember that the true gift of this path is not just the encounter with your twin flame, but the transformation that encounter inspires in you and in everyone around you. This is the power of twin flames, not only to awaken love in their own souls, but to expand it to the entire world. It all culminates in the final transformation, a profound spiritual awakening that aligns you with your life purpose and allows you to live from a heightened state of consciousness. Recognizing and accepting your twin flame is not just an extraordinary event in your life. It is the beginning of a transformation that affects your soul, your relationships, and your connection with the universe. The connection with your twin flame is not an accident. It is the universe guiding you toward awakening and spiritual fulfillment. Are you ready to accept this calling? The path may be challenging, but it is also full of lessons, love, and purpose. And remember, this journey is not just about finding someone else. It is about finding yourself at the deepest level and sharing that light with the world. Your story is just beginning. If this message resonated with you, subscribe and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Your support helps more people discover their spiritual purpose